I'm ready, Your Honor.
All right, so, Worker, do we have, where's your client?
Should be logging in any moment, Your Honor.
Morning. Morning. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is, so what's going on with this structure? Has the necessary improvements been made?
You know, my client sold the property back in 2020. Prior to that, I believe the only outstanding issue from the city of Detroit was a lead clearance report.
Let's see that. File. I mean that.
Yeah. It's work been okay with you?
Yes, I go back Monday night.
So this Monday,
Yes, on the holiday.
Stand before
And
it.
then I'm
All right, good morning, Barry G.
overtime that week.
What's that?
Then I start going early for overtime.
Barry G. Barry Gilmore.
Yes,
Yes, that's me. I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
They go to school, not regular school.
no, they're off. So,
I mean, okay, they're up in summer, but they are going to regular school when school starts again.
Mhm. my 14-year-old, he's going, yeah, he's going to all boys private school. Yeah, so he was excited. We went to the orientation. He loved it. So we'll see how that
You
goes.
seem like a very nice person. I don't know how you have to do this.
I got to a point, I'll tell you the truth. After that happened with my brother, I was
Okay, Mr. Gilmore, do you have the,
I was with my associates. A few months.
Mr. Saperstein, I'm gonna mute you, please. I'm gonna mute your device.
It was people.
Do you have the proof, that were you ordered to do testing and stuff?
Yes, Your Honor. I've submitted my testing to probation. I've completed the class this past, on the 25th of June. My instructor, Daryl Rice, informed me that the proof of taking that test should have been sent to probation as well. In addition to the.
Down here for Barry Gilmore, please.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna. Get
Sorry.
that, we're gonna just need to get proof of that, sir, and see you paid. And once I get that proof, we'll let you go and close this out.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. My speaker was. I had to change my device. So
I said we're gonna get probation down here, see if they have that information, and once we get that information, we'll get you closed out.
okay, definitely.
All right, who's on that iPhone? That just zoomed in. Young lady at work?
This is Christina Ledbetter. I didn't know it was coming in under my phone.
That's all right. Christina Ledbetter?
Yes, Christina Ledbetter.
Christina Ledbetter, all right. Sorry about that.
Yes, it's okay.
Are you at work, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
All right. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I had put my phone on mute. I didn't want it to be all loud in the background. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, who's that?
Gantz, Gantz.
What's the first name, ma'am?
Sorry, Your Honor. Chante. Chanta. Last name Gantz.
Chanta?
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. I was having trouble with my phone or something. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad I can hear you now.
Daniela Gantz?
Yes, Your Honor. Here I
All
go.
right, you haven't shown me the money, ma'am.
Your phone broke up. I couldn't understand. I couldn't make out the words.
I said you haven't shown me the money.
Yes, I'm here.
No, I understand you're here.
Oh, you said showed you the money?
Yeah,
Because
at this point, we need the money.
huh?
At this point, we need the money. You gotta get a better connection, ma'am. All right. Let's start out with Mr.
You hear me, Your Honor?
Ma'am, you gotta get a better connection. You're not coming through clear enough.
If you say it one more time, Your Honor, because it sounds.
I said, at this point, we need the money, ma'am. I wouldn't need to see you if you showed me the money. You wouldn't even have to be here.
Your Honor, I wanted to withdraw my plea. And I've been trying to get in touch with you to.
All right, it's just not that easy. I don't, why you want to well, that's up to you. All right, let's go. Jasmine.
I cannot understand what you're saying.
Okay, so you gotta get a better.
The money.
You gotta get a better device, ma'am. You gotta get on a better device.
I better get a better device.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta get a better device or get somewhere where your connection is better. All right.
I would like to withdraw my plea.
Okay, you go. Okay, it's not that easy, but all right. Let's. I'm gonna call your case when you get a better device or in a better area. I can call your case because we can't conduct it like. All right. Let's start out. This is the city of Detroit versus Antonio Gendry. Case number B110900419. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes.
Morning, I'm
good
Joe
morning.
Horka, P 75969. I am going to be filing an appearance for Mr. Genre, who appears in the Zoom gallery.
All right, state your name for the record, sir.
Antoine Gendre.
I can't hear you.
Antoine Gendre.
Okay, Genre, okay, I'm sorry to mispronounce your name. Counsel,
That's okay.
but today is the date and time set for the pretrial. I do understand that you were recently retained on this matter.
That was Your Honor.
Okay, the offer for your client was a 12-month delay. The city is objecting to any early,
You talking to me, Your Honor?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You have to mute yourself when I call your name. Then I'll. All right.
It's still
So,
saying a whole. My phone still saying a whole task. Breakout room. Please wait. Okay. Wait to be assigned. Okay.
I think that this stuff is coming through late, like, because she's already doesn't have a microphone on now. This stuff is coming through very late. So anyway, There's objection to early dismissal on this. I usually pay it and dismiss a $240 fine. However, I'll let you get an opportunity to pre-try the case to see what you can do, sir, if you need that time.
Take care.
Or we can set a trial date.
I'll be doing that pre-trial with you here today, Your Honor, or is this city attorney available?
The city attorney, I don't have one now. We can get one now, then we can get one, certainly get you one. All right, you're in audible.
Judge, yeah, if you could get one here this morning, I would appreciate the opportunity to speak to one.
All right, let's get a city attorney in here, please. Now, we'll pass that matter.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have, let's hear this from Miss Gantz. Can you hear me now, Miss Gantz?
I can hear everybody else, but you sound like muffled. But I heard you say Miss Gantz.
All right, this is the city of Detroit that we have.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's why she's not on here. Because
What do I have to do to withdraw my plea? The lady said I had to fill out some form.
I would suggest you get it. I would suggest you get advice from a lawyer, ma'am. We can't do it.
She's not a doctor, right?
No, she's not on the
Okay,
docket.
so
Oh, no, I should call, hang up, and reconnect.
Judge Perkins, can I help you?
All right, Jasmine, can you unmute yourself? Okay, Jasmine Gibbs.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well.
Okay, what's she said, gangrene? I think she was forwarded to the doctor. She wanted to do drug work. I think so. I think they got one. So hold on, I gotta make sure.
Yes, she's supposed to go to
Yeah,
jail.
okay, because she's supposed to, I might have, did I schedule this on the contract, right? You know, all I can remember was you set up a trial when it comes to she. But I could be wrong because I don't know the transfer one time.
Good
So
morning,
that's why I
Officer
said
Hill.
pre-trial.
Put you in a
What did you
breakout
set it
room. Wait on the city
Review?
attorney.
Okay, Your Honor, good morning.
Okay, all right.
Who are you here on?
Jocelyn, Lile.
Yes, all right. Very well. All right, I guess that puts us down to Ledbetter. This is the city of Detroit versus Christina Renee Ledbetter. Case numbers SP 1320150 counts 1, counts 2. SP 1280595 counts 1, 2, and 3. 1850949881. Appearance for the record, please.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Christina.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daphne Bradford, P70578 on behalf of Ms. Ledbetter. State your name for the record, please.
Christina Ledbetter. All right.
All right. What's your date of birth, ma'am?
10/30/1990.
What's wrong?
All right. No offer in the file, counselor. Say today is the date and time set
Okay.
for a pretrial in the matter.
So move on up to the
We're gonna have to
third,
get an
the fourth.
offer, or we can set a trial date, whichever one
Yeah, he
your
can sit in the
client
hall.
wants.
Come out and get it.
Well, if I can reiterate, Judge Perkins, you did tell me if I had my license and I come back that you would dismiss. At that time, I was only had 2 tickets, and then when I came back, the other tickets from old previous tickets had showed up too. That's why you got new current tickets, because those didn't show up last time I came. But you had said that if I had got my license together and stuff, that you would have dismissed those first 2 tickets at first, and then you changed up once you. You always seem to forget who I am, and I got a distinct name. I thought you would have remembered me this time, but something told me like you're not even gonna remember.
You know, something I try to remember everybody too, and I know that better.
Yeah, because I ain't got a common name.
What I usually do is write that note down here, and I probably have that note written down with something else, but I apologize to you, Ms. Lever. Don't take offense to that.
No problem.
I'll try to do better.
No problem. Hopefully, I won't have to go through this again. Can I get a box for the next day air for my aces? Because I ain't got no box for the next day air. I need a box for the next day air for the aces. Yep. Thank you. All my aces next day air right there.
You need to mute yourself now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, counselor, I do have a valid driver's license for your client. I congratulate her on that. Let's see what other charges she.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the no-ops has been paid. So I will say Ms. Ledbetter has been handling her business. What about the insurance and registration on this vehicle, ma'am?
I don't own that vehicle anymore.
You have a vehicle now?
No, that wasn't my vehicle. Yeah, that wasn't actually my vehicle.
Do you own a vehicle now?
No, I do not.
Okay, let's see. Very good. Okay, so it seems that you got 3 other tickets after you got the tickets that we discussed about your license, correct?
Well, I didn't get those tickets after we discussed the tickets. They just showed up in the system. I didn't get any tickets this year. I haven't had any tickets. I think that ticket came from November and it just showed up in the system.
Okay, Ms. Ledbetter, I'm gonna reward you today for getting that license, all right?
It's very.
It's gonna be a
Thank you.
one-time. And I don't suspect you'll be back, at least we're not driving. So I'm gonna dismiss the cases, for providing valid documentation, all right?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Good luck to you, ma'am. And,
Thank you, Your Honor.
good day.
Thank you.
Holiday.
You too. You too. Thank you so much.
Good morning, officer.
Morning, sir.
He's a, Officer King here for,
Rodney Gillespie.
Ronnie Gillespie.
Do we have the current register badge?
Sorry, for me. I didn't hear him.
You said you had the ticket for Mr.
We need the city attorney now. Now, Mrs. Gibbs. I mean, is that Mrs. Gantz?
Yes.
All right, do you have a better connection now?
Slightly. It's unfortunate. I can hear the litigants more than I can hear you, but it's a little bit better. I want to withdraw my plea, Your Honor, because I felt like I was railroaded.
I keep hearing you say that. And first of all, I can't understand why you want to withdraw a plea that you
Because
pay
I
the
felt
money.
like I was-
Here,
I've been
speak to
trying
me.
to call. They told me I had to wait to this court date to.
I'm gonna put you in the breakout. I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with a very good lawyer, all right? And she's not on the docket today, Miss Bradfield, but if you can get some understanding about what's going on, at least that would help the court to decipher. She has she has a blocking traffic, $175, and a driving while allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, $240 that I'm gonna dismiss once she pays. For the life of me, I don't know why she wants to back out of that, except for the fact that she doesn't want to pay the money, maybe, I don't know. But that's, and she's already entered guilty pleas.
They made me plead that, and that wasn't.
Ma'am, hold tight, ma'am, hold tight.
Okay.
Your Honor, what was her original charges for both?
Let's see what they were for both. So for the allowing, I'm sure it was probably, let's see, let's make sure. It was driving while license suspended, and that matter was, offense date was 6/28/2021. And then for the other matter, same offense date. It was a violation of basic speed.
Okay,
So there's at least a 2-point ticket and a driving while license suspended that was amended. So I'll put you in a breakout room with her, and you can speak with her and you know, and just try to ascertain what her reasoning or line of thinking is. She may have a very good reason. I don't know. All right.
okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Join the breakout room now.
I'm in the breakout room.
Join the breakout room.
Did you say go to the breakout room?
Yes,
How I get there?
it should be a prompt on your screen.
Let me see. Breakout room. I don't see it. Wait a minute. Here we go. Okay, I got it.
Did we get a city attorney?
Yes, I called. We're just waiting. I don't have to call about the Gillespie file.
What about, the, probation for Gilmore?
I called about that too. We're just waiting.
I should take care of Mrs. Gibbs first.
She
Okay,
joined the breakout room?
she didn't join it.
No,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
let's go with Miss Gibbs. I don't, like, she's not on the doc. Miss Gibbs is on the docket. All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Jasmine Jacqueline Gibbs, case numbers SP 11483002, SP 11483351, SP 1249995, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1256355, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Daphne Bradford,
Jasmine
we
Gibbs.
have Miss Jasmine Gibbs. State your name for the record, ma'am.
Jasmine Gibbs.
Okay, Ms. Gibbs, I need to see you, ma'am.
You said you need to see me? Okay.
Yes.
I'm pushing this breakout button and it ain't doing nothing.
All right, you're gonna have to, hold on now, Ms. Gantz.
Need somebody, can I dial in now that you see my face? Can I dial it in?
You can dial in, get her to dial in. Hold on, just get her to dial in number. All right, Ms. Gibbs, Ms. Gibbs, you have, first of all, you haven't paid either. You have 2 cases you haven't paid.
Okay, I'm working with Street Court through Detroit at work, and I am the next bunch that they're going to help pay the tickets off. And the representative told me to ask for an adjournment. I spoke with him yesterday, and I told him that I have court today. His name is Keith McCullum.
Okay, now you getting tickets,
I'm sorry,
getting tickets.
I haven't gotten a ticket.
Well, you have tickets that have not been adjudicated. Let's see what you have here. The tickets that you owe are an improper plate. I'll dismiss that upon $240 payment and allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'll dismiss that upon a $240 payment. Those tickets were had December the 22nd, 2020. They got to the system here on 3/23/2021. These new tickets that have not been adjudicated, you got on 9/14/2021, and they were entered into the system on February 23rd, 2022, some 5 months later, which kind of poses a problem because I see you haven't gotten any recent tickets. Let's see when the last time you were here.
I believe I was here.
So you took the plea on these matters on 4/26/2022. Why weren't these other matters adjudicated? Okay, 6/15, you took the plea and you were sentenced 6/15. That's why they weren't adjudicated. Okay, so we have to deal with the new tickets now.
Okay, old tickets that became new.
Well, however you want to put it.
Okay, well, like I said, I am working with Street Court through Detroit at Work, so I did give them a list of the tickets that needs to be paid. And you told me to pay, I believe it was three tickets, but I gave them a list of all the tickets that I have that comes up on the 36th District Court website.
Well, you're gonna have to update that list now. After today, we'll try to get you an offer today. And do you have a driver's license now, ma'am?
Currently, I don't. Like I said, I'm working with Street Court, and they're gonna help with paying for reinstatement. But I have to get the tickets paid first, so they're gonna help me pay the tickets as well.
What judge are you in front of with street court?
I'm sorry,
What judge are you in front of with street court?
Judge Perkins.
Okay.
I don't know anything about street court.
It's through Detroit at Work. I went to traffic court and they told me to let the judge know that I am working with Detroit at Work with street court and ask for an adjournment because I'm in the next bunch to get my tickets paid and they're gonna pay for the reinstatement.
Your Honor, do you know which judges are currently handling the street court dockets?
I do not. And what I will say this though, first and foremost, unless your client has some tickets in other jurisdictions that she needs to take care of, it doesn't appear that anything down here is affecting her from wanting to get a driver's license. So I would suggest.
I don't have any tickets in the other jurisdictions.
So I would suggest your client immediately go to the Secretary of State and try and get a license. And if they don't give you a license, ma'am, what I would do is I would ask them what specifically is affecting your license, and they should give you case numbers and all of that stuff. But it doesn't appear here, Mrs. Bradfield, that there's anything affecting your client's license. As for the cases that have not been adjudicated, I see 2 of them that need to be paid. I imagine those are what she has got to Mr. McCullum in Detroit Street Court and is gonna pay. I'm gonna get your client an updated offer to take care of the other cases today, so that when she leaves here, she'll either be able to set a trial date on those cases, or she will be able to make an offer. We'll get her that offer, and then she can forward that stuff to street court to see if they will pay for those as well. All right.
Yeah, it's usually approximately 2 judges that 3 judges that handle street court. I know 2 of them, but they're no longer probably doing it. One was Judge Williams, and he's probably no longer doing it, I'm quite sure. And the other one was Judge Christina Robinson Garrett, and of course she's not there anymore. So I do not know who the judges are since those changes have been made. But usually they would go on the street court docket. Person would go on the street court docket.
And they would be switched from my docket to that docket?
Yes, Your Honor. I just don't know who the street court judges are anymore since those changes have been made with those judges.
Do you know who the judge that does the street court? I know Judge Williams used to.
Watch, they say I'm the street court judge.
I know
Watch
Judge
this,
Williams.
right.
Back when it was criminal, that, you know, wasn't, you know.
All right, let's pass the matter. Who's on the phone, who's on the iPhone there?
Cynthia Garner.
Morning, Mrs. Garner, you said?
Yes, sir.
Let me call, I'm gonna call the administration. I'm gonna call the administration. All right, bye. Judge Perkins courtroom, Judge Meyer. So. Okay.
All right.
You want me to find out?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Courtroom, Mr. Meyer. The judge is on the record and he's scheduled for court this morning. Okay, what's the problem like? Okay. you need the meeting ID number?
All right, this is the city of Detroit
Okay.
versus Cynthia Gardner. Case numbers 217-360-871, 217-360-881. Appearance for the record, please. Maybe I'll mute Ms. Bradfield. Did we lose her?
I'm sorry. Daphne Bradfield on behalf of the defendant. State your name for the record, please.
Cynthia Garner.
All right, this seems like a relatively easy. I don't know how, I guess they were parking on sidewalk simply correct. I don't know how that got.
You said the charge is parking on the sidewalk? I couldn't hear you.
On sidewalk and the other one is disregarding the red signal. That seems like, I don't know how that happened. You're parked on the sidewalk, but you disregarded a red signal. Maybe she was parked on the sidewalk and then took off and blew the red light. I don't know. Anyway.
Is it disregard officer signal?
No, well, let's see. You may be right. There we go. Disregard officer signals. This is a state case. It's written under the state code. I'm going to allow this APA Cole to come in here and see what she wants to do with this. Let me see if I can get here quickly. Let me get her in here quickly and see what she wants this ticket, okay? As for this is show cause, ask for arraignment, counselor.
You stand mute and wait for my reading.
All right, we'll enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf, give her a $0 bond. And we'll give APA Cole a moment to see what she says about that ticket. Usually the city wants to talk to the officer to see what was exactly was said or done. But she may be a little different. All right. Good morning to you. What's your name? What's your name?
Ryan Gillespie.
Gillespie.
Glasses on, so I can't see.
Okay. Trial and officer, what's your name?
Officer Kenny?
Okay, so you're on Gillespie case?
Yes, sir.
All right, we need to get the city attorney in here.
I did call him probably in here.
Yeah, this is, we got people waiting, they got places to go to see. All right, Henry Gillen.
Yes.
Good morning to you, sir. He's got a trial as well. You won't.
Okay, thanks.
We're gonna give the officer a half-hour grace period. Two officers showed up for your client, Mr. Saperstein. We'll get an offer and the windows closed for those officers to come in for your client. else do we have? Who's on that phone at 313-488-9783?
I believe that's Damon Gardner.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Damon Gardner?
That's correct.
Your Honor, did you see my chat messages?
No, not yet. I will look.
Rondell Glenn checking in.
Morning to you. All right, Mr. Glenn, I got you checked in. We're gonna give the officer a half-hour grace period as well. We have until 9:30.
Bye.
All right. Let's see what Mr. Gardner, Damon Gardner.
Damon Myron Gardner.
Damon Myron Gardner, right?
That's correct.
This is the city of Detroit versus Damon Myron Gardner. Case number is SP 88125, counts 1 and counts 2, and U 48161-518. Record, please.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Gardner. State your name for the record, sir.
Damon Myron Gardner.
All right, today is the date and time for arraignment on the bench warrant and arraignment on the other matters. Counselor?
For purpose of arraignment, he stand mute away from a readings, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I'll recall the warrant and I will give him a $0 bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Let's see, with pre-trial November 1st, so you were supposed to be here. All right, so do you need some drug treatment, sir?
No.
Of course you're gonna say that, right?
I'm all right.
I don't know. The allegations are pretty disturbing for this narcotic violation. I'm gonna pass this over to you, Ms. Bradfield. I'm gonna get you a opportunity to read the allegations in the ticket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Bradfield. Okay, let's pass that matter until we get Ms. Bradfield that information. She can read it over. Then the other two cases are driver's license suspended and no insurance. Do you have a driver's license, sir?
I no, sir. I have in the city of Waterford.
Don't
They
say anything, please.
okay.
Yes or no question. Good morning, APN Cole.
Good morning. I'm just checking in to see if you need me on any matters.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Let's go back on the record with Miss Cynthia Garner. This case is a case where Miss Garner comes in with 2 tickets. One of them is a improper.
Yeah, Rondell Glenn. I had got disconnected.
Okay. All right, hold on, sir. Is a parking on sidewalk. And then the other ticket is disregarding a lawful order of an officer ticket. One's a civil infraction, the other's a misdemeanor. I don't know how the state treats those disregarding the lawful order of an officer ticket.
You said this is an arraignment matter?
Yeah, it was an arraignment.
I usually, something like that, I usually like to speak with the officer.
All right, very well. We can set a trial date, ma'am. You can plead straight up guilty to this, which I'm sure your counsel will advise you not to. Or you can set a trial date, give the officer an opportunity to come in and speak with APA Cole, and then she can get a better understanding from the officer's point of view of what's going on. And then you'll have an opportunity to speak with the attorney at that time. And then we'll find some kind of resolution, I'm sure, on that day. What do you want to do, ma'am?
To be honest, I just had a traumatic brain injury in September, so I really don't remember much about what happened that day. So I won't even really be able to answer a lot of questions, if that makes sense. And I can provide you with all my neurologist paperwork that I'm dealing with right now.
Okay. Well, I think that on the date of trial, I'll give you a trial date of September 2nd, 2022. I'm thinking that we'll be able to work that stuff out. Have that paperwork on that day to provide counsel with the proof of your medical disability, and I'm sure we'll be able to work it out on that day. All right.
Your Honor, before we dismiss her, can I speak to Attorney Bradfield in a breakout room briefly?
You certainly may, and I can tell you that Ms. Garner, let me make sure that I'm speaking correctly.
And may I have a copy of that ticket too, Your Honor, please?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. I guess actually Ms. Cole will need it as well.
Considering everything, I don't see too much of any history with Mrs. Garner. But let's, I'll get you a copy of that information. And can we get tickets to APA Cole and to
Just another defendant, it's the same person.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Did you say what was the court date? I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Just give me a second. I'm gonna
Okay.
give you opportunity. Let them get the information they need, and then I'm gonna put you in a breakout room to talk with the counsel if necessary. All right.
Okay.
All right. We got a city attorney. Good morning to you. Let's go start. Mr. Saperstein has a trial set. I got 2 officers in the breakout room. We need offers for gives. And so that's date set for trial. We have Officer Kenny here for Mr. Gillespie. And that's set for trial today. And we still don't have probation in here for Mr. We have Mr. Gendry. He has counsel here waiting on an offer.
I'm gonna need a docket sheet.
It's right here.
Okay, right there. So that's fine.
And good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Get us an offer for Mr. Gardner, Damon Gardner.
Yeah.
And we'll take care of that. Nance wants to withdraw her plea.
What now? Oh. Oh, hold on.
Gillespie file?
Gillespie is, yeah, I think I gave it to you.
I got Gentry, I've got.
Oh, Gillespie, let's get Gillespie.
I only have ROAs. I called to see if they can locate them.
We don't proceed on ROAs.
Okay. So I'm just waiting for their response. Do you want to see the ROA or you're fine?
You can see the ROA, but we don't.
I'll take that for now.
Okay, I called. I know the judge prefers tickets. Here you go. It's right here.
All right, who's on the phone at 313-721-7479?
Rondell Glenn.
Okay, Glenn. Glenn is here for trial.
Who did you, you sent it to Jamira?
Very cheap. We're waiting on the
Which one?
city attorney.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. I'm about to open it up. Okay, thank you, Scotty. Okay, bye-bye. So this is trial. All right, thank you, Judge. Is it liquid?
No, Glenn.
Yeah, I only got ROAs for Glenn too.
Let's go to trial. All right, I'm gonna put you in the breakout room. Glenn, always only. Go to trial.
Judge Perkins, it's Bruce Saperstein. May I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Is there a city attorney there yet that I may see in the breakout room?
Yes, he's reviewing the file right now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Morgan.
Can I ask Mr. Saperstein?
Certainly.
Mr. Saperstein, do you have any compliance documents for your clients?
No, so Saperstein is on Lily.
You are giving, right, and I see it's up for trial.
Okay, okay, well,
But I just want to know if you have any compliance documents that I need to look at.
Is he speaking to me?
Yes, yes, Mr. Saperstein, this is Mr. Morgan. I'm asking if you have any compliance documents for your clients.
No, I would just like to speak with you in the breakout room if I might though.
Okay, you gotta give me a minute.
Okay.
let's call.
Is this for me to look at?
Scotty said he sent the email.
All right, the attorney here is on Gentry, so he wants to speak to you as well. Yeah, all those are what you need to look at, yes.
Okay, Judge, you want to, I'm calling. Here,
Very good. He's been waiting. I don't see what's going on. Ms. Bradfield, can you join that room with APA code?
Okay.
Miss, that would be Miss. She just joined the room, APA code. APA code, Ms. Bradfield just joined the room as you left.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, could you send me back? Could you send me back to that room?
You have the prompt. You're still in room 3.
Oh, thank you.
I think we called everybody. We're just waiting now on
I got a really bad connection. And I tried to dial it
Okay,
in.
a second. Hold on. I can hear you
Okay.
now, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I get to the breakout room and I can't hear nothing you're saying.
Well, you're gonna have to come in person, ma'am.
Huh?
You're gonna have to come in person if you can't get a better device that has a better
I
connection.
gotta come. Do I gotta come today? Cause
No, you don't have to come today because you're not up on the docket today. I can hear you now. Let's see if that works. Maybe you
wait a
cut
minute. Wait.
turn your camera off. Well, there she goes again. Okay. All right.
Keep going here and out. I just got cut off and I couldn't hear. I heard you
All
say
right,
I'm gonna have to come in person.
Listen. I'm not gonna let you in the room again. You're gonna have to come down here to the courthouse unless you can get a better device. Whenever.
When?
You're not on the docket. You're not on the docket. You might need to go hire yourself a lawyer. I don't know.
You said I'm not on the docket.
No, you're not on the docket.
So I didn't have a court date today?
No, you didn't. You owe some money.
But this was supposed.
Okay, let's go.
She gave me this court date. Miss
know.
Mathis. She gave me this court date at 8:25.
You hold on a second.
To withdraw my plea. She said I had to talk to a lawyer. She couldn't legally advise me because you had to be present.
Okay,
that was on my last court date.
Listen.
Okay, I'm trying to
Please.
hear.
All right, please don't say anything. I'll get to you when I call your name, okay?
I don't understand a word.
All right, this is the city of Detroit. Mr. Gillespie.
Maybe she got a telephone number.
Yeah, she needs to do something. This is the city of Detroit versus Rodney Allen Gillespie. Case number U36853116. Appearance for the record, please.
Stephen Morgan on behalf of the city of Detroit, B44533.
Officer Penny Badge 4258, Detroit Police Department.
You're on the people of the motion. That motion is to dismiss this matter without prejudice and with stipulation of probable cause. People are unable to proceed at this time.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Gillespie, we stipulate the probable cause.
Yeah, what I have a problem with though is the dismissal without prejudice thing. I mean, I know it's kind of routinely said, but if today is a date and time set for a trial, we have the officer here, Mr. Gillespie's here. What is the stipulation without prejudice, dismissal without prejudice for?
They don't even have to stipulate to this being without prejudice because it is without prejudice because it's not on the merits. The case, there was no trial, the case is not on the merits. You know, there was no hearing on this case. So it's always without prejudice anyway. So we don't stipulate to it because it cannot be with prejudice because the case wasn't tried. So we didn't have to do that, but I'm asking for a stipulation of probable cause.
Okay, so is there a court rule that says I can't dismiss it with prejudice? Because is it the city's contention that they can just bring this back again? Because the way I look at it is that we have a situation where there's been an allegation made, and we have an officer here that either is going to be able to support the allegation and put his side up or not. And we have Mr. Gillespie here, and I don't understand why the city gets the benefit bringing the ticket back at their discretion.
Okay, Your Honor, let me engage this way. First of all, this ticket was issued in 2016. And I do not know why it took till 2022 for it to come before this court. Okay, now, in that, between 2016 and now, we do not have the original ticket. I don't think this case is gonna come back. But according to the law, it's still gonna be without prejudice. It doesn't matter what anyone says, because if this was a case of import in terms of like what's going on in Washington today, and we said we need to bring this case back, we have the documents, and then at that point we would have a hearing, and so somebody would find out that no, there was never a hearing, there was no evidence taken, there was no trial, so it would be without prejudice to bring it. But practically speaking, it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna bring this case back.
All right, Ms. Bradford, you wanna speak on that or not?
What was the last charges other than disorderly conduct?
We don't know that. That's the problem, because there's no actual ticket. This case has been so long ago that there's really, and I don't think the officer even remembers ever what's going on. So there's nothing to say what the charges were. I mean, it's just except for disorderly conduct, which could be a whole gamut of different things.
Okay, man, just for the record, I'm gonna wish Mr. Gillespie good luck and take care of himself. I mean, you know, he's probably been walking around with a warrant since 2016, sometime in 2016. He had to worry about that. A lot of stress on him. So, I mean, at this point,
it could be not. He might have said, hey, at the time, and there's absolutely no stress. I don't care. I don't know what Mr. Gillespie, I'm talking about the.
That's true. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, Your Honor.
All right. So, Ms. Bradfield, just briefly, if you choose to, case is gonna be dismissed.
Okay. We're okay with, of course, being dismissed, but you know, I will argue for due process reasons, because at this point don't nobody know what the disorderly conduct was. This ticket is 6 years old, and I can't see them reissuing it, because even if the officers don't remember what the ticket was for.
And I understand that. I wanted to get some clarity on the what my and I'm gonna have to do some research on that, because I understand counsel's argument that the case was not heard on the merits, but at some point there's got to be some kind of finality to it. You know, Mr. Gillespie is owed that duty to a finality to it. If it's dismissed without prejudice, then.
Your Honor, can we mute some people, please? Because I can't hear anything you're saying. The Galaxy A02.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna have the Galaxy A02. That's Miss. I can't even mute her.
And also, can you put her in a breakout room or waiting room then?
I'll put her in the waiting room.
Okay.
Right.
And Mr. Glenn's phone too is loud.
Yeah, I'm currently at work.
I need you to mute your line. Push star. Is it star? What is it, Your Honor?
I'll put you in the waiting room as well.
Thank you.
Okay. So now. All right. So I need to get some a better understanding of what the law says that I have the ability to do in that situation. That's why I brought it up, because that, I mean, you know, I can't see that I don't have the authority to dismiss it without prejudice, since it being a 6-year-old case, and all the parties do agree that there's probably not going to likely ever be a reissue of this ticket. But I'll make sure that I get a better understanding of that myself.
Okay.
So Case is gonna be dismissed, for no recollection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll waive any warrant fee. If there's nothing further, Mr. Gillespie, you have a very good day. Good luck to you, all right? Officer Kenny, thank you for appearing and, be safe out there. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Let's go, you said you had another person that's ready for dismissal.
Your Honor.
That-
No, I had an offer for Gendry, and they said there was a, attorney that wanted to speak to
The
me.
Gendry has an attorney that wants to speak to you. Mr. Saperstein was the first person in the room this morning, so I would like to take care of him first.
I can probably try to hand from another device. I have my other courtroom.
Very good.
It's on my computer. Now these need offers, they're not on trial. These-
Well, we got some for trial. Glenn is for trial. He's here. Gillian is for trial. He's here. Is Gillian officer here? Gillen officer here for Gillen?
Daryl Bennett, Officer Bennett.
And I see no Officer Bennett. I have McCree in the room, Hill in the room, Piers in the room, and Willie Robinson in the room.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I apologize. I'm just trying to I was unable to ascertain what the name of the officer was on Gillespie's case, and I just needed to read.
Officer Kenny, can you state your name for the record again, please?
Officer Stephen Kenny, badge 4258.
Detroit Police Department, what precinct?
12th precinct.
Very good. All right, so you're in my precinct.
Thank you.
All right, do you get that, Ms. Williams Law?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, he took the misdemeanor morality class. What about the testing? Do we have proof of testing?
Let me call, find it out for him. And she was actually scheduled for 6:30 yesterday, and she failed to. So she came in today.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Even her device is broke.
All right. All right, let's get Gillian out of here. We don't have anything for Glenn. No, Gillian. Where's Gillian?
Gillen, I have Gillen right here, and Officer Bennett. I'm looking for him on the docket sheet. Gillen, I don't see him.
He's at trial, so.
Here, the judge was inquiring about testing. We got the morality certificate. He was concerned about testing. So you guys can.
I don't see an officer. You have an officer down there? We don't have an actual ticket. I don't see.
Do you have a waiting room?
Yeah, we have. So go in the waiting room and see if any of those officers are for Gillian. And I don't have an actual ticket either. Do you? Do you have an actual ticket?
No, but what was it? 2018, Daryl Bennett. Bennett might have it if he's in there.
Bennett's not here, so let's call the case. He didn't show up.
Oh, I see.
This is the city of Detroit versus Henry Lee Wilson Gillian, case number U51466719. Appearance for the record, please.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Gillen. Please state your name for the record.
Henry Gillen.
You want to call me back?
All right. Ms. Morgan, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Stephen Morgan on behalf of the city of Detroit.
All right, today is the date and time set for a trial in the matter. From my understanding, Mr. Morgan says Officer Bennett is on the ticket. He generally shows up, but he's not here today. I have 4 officers in the breakout room and none of them else. Time for the trial was set for 9 a.m. I give the officer a half-hour grace period, and it's now 9:37. Go ahead, Mr. Morgan.
You're gonna have some pertinent information for the court. When I look at the docket sheet, it looks like the alcohol related violation is up for trial. And the register of actions does not show an officer. So for that one, I am sure that there, is no officer on that charge. The other one that I found was Officer Daryl Bennett. This is a civil infraction. And I thought this is what we were speaking of. So this went into the public president. So that's another matter.
Yeah, that's old stuff. We're talking about the
the alcohol related
You're
violation.
talking about the alcohol related violation. What I'll do is I'll pull any of these officers out and see if they're on, okay. Officer Pierce,
Yes, Your Honor.
good morning to you. Who are you here on?
Good morning. I'm here on Mr. Glenn Edward.
Okay, Rondell, very good. All right, all the other officers, I know Hill, Officer Hill, who are you here on?
Lily, Jocelyn,
Yes. And Officer McCree is on Lily, and Officer Robinson is on Gibbs. So go ahead, Counselor. Bradfield, go ahead.
Daphne Bradford on behalf of Mr. Gillen, Your Honor, we would like to make a motion to dismiss Officer failed to appear.
All right, I'm gonna dismiss the case. No officer. I'll waive any warrant fee. Mr. Gillian, you still owe the court $45 for the improper plate that you agreed, that you entered into an agreement to pay. And then you owe the court another $45 reinstatement fee to disregard the red signal. I just give you that information.
Okay,
All right.
so if I pay that I get my license back?
Yes, I can say that you'll be clear down here. I don't know what you got in any other jurisdiction, but if not, you should be able to get your license back.
All right.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, good luck to you. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's go with Garner. I've given as APA Cole here.
Yes, Your Honor. Can I go in a breakout room and speak with her, please?
Ms. Garner.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's put you in a breakout room, Ms. Garner, with Ms. Bradfield.
Okay, and Your Honor, I see that Officer Robinson is here on Samantha Gibbs. Did Samantha Gibbs show up?
I thought Gibbs did show up.
Okay.
I thought she did. One Gibbs showed up, I know.
Yes, I'm Jasmine Gibbs.
Yeah, Jasmine Gibbs is here. No, I haven't seen Samantha Gibbs.
Okay.
She's in that breakout room. Miss Garner's in that breakout room.
Okay, thank you. And is Samantha Gibbs in the waiting room, Your Honor?
No, there's no Samantha Gibbs here. I got Jasmine Gibbs.
Okay, thank you.
You got an offer for Garner?
No, that's the state. So Garner was APA Cole. I need an officer. Well, let's give Mr. Saperstein and they've been set for a trial / formal hearing. They've been here.
He wants to speak to me.
He wants to speak to you, and Attorney Porco wants to speak to you for Jen.
All right, I'm giving you an offer for Gardner.
Damon Gardner?
Yeah.
All right, very well. What about Barry Gilmore? Did they have testing?
He just.
Where'd you get your associate's degree from?
WC3.
Lancaster?
So for the 3 matters. This one, he's got 2 tickets, but he's got 2 other, a driving while license suspended and no insurance.
Okay. Gardner.
So are you gonna let him?
Wait, it's not on the docket, right? It's just one.
No, it's got, because of the two more open cases.
We have that back.
It's just a suspended license and no insurance misdemeanor.
I need to write it on the docket, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but go ahead.
Oh, it's not really in the file. It's on the sheet. Talk to them.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
You ready to do a yoga?
Listen up. What you need to do.
I'm still waiting on that confirmation from you, Mr. Gilmore, for the testing. You provided that to probation?
Yes, sir. On May 30th of this year, I emailed Ricardo Delatore, if I'm saying his name right, and I received a confirmation email from him. When I came to court on my following court date, I did realize that it'd been notated that I did not complete the misdemeanor morality program at that time, but I'm uncertain if.
Can you send me the information that you forwarded to Mr. Delatore? Let me see if he,
Yes, I can, Your Honor. What would be the best email to provide that to?
I'm gonna put it in the chat. I don't understand what's taking them so long. Why can't they just, it's a simple thing?
Yeah, I've even re-emailed. I emailed it again to him this morning.
All right, email it to me, please. I put my email address in the chat.
Okay.
Now that's an offer for the day, even each separate trial, right? Yeah, Rondell Lynn set the trial.
today?
Yes. And the officer is here.
Wow. We got a real nice officer today. Who's the officer?
Here. He's in the room now.
I may have to talk to the officer if he said it's John, the officer shows up. But I may be able to go with that. I just need to speak to the officer, okay?
All right, they're here. What are you trying?
Yeah, I gotta get on the Zoom, so I was trying to get you off it so you.
I got you.
So you can get rolling on stuff. Oh, yeah, this is trial. I gotta go talk to these guys. You have these Gantz and Gibbs.
Gantz wants to withdraw her plea. She was on the docket yesterday.
Okay.
She's having trouble, so I don't know. That's the last thing I'm gonna call.
Yeah.
Gibbs has been waiting. Saperstein has been waiting with Lyle.
Yeah, they don't have a file. Oh, yes, they,
And then
I have this.
Then Henry is waiting for his counsel.
It's not up to trial.
No.
You were here with us all day today?
Till they call me again.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Actually, I already thought the roll call today because she was putting all the other officers on the floors. She mentioned me about going to
Right. You went there, okay. All right, thank you. But it wasn't able to locate the ticket for the next speech. You try to dismiss that.
Yeah, he's gone.
There's something I got a question about. No, you broke. What? This one is. I'm trying to figure out here is, I got these three tickets, these three here, but then on the sheet. This is a different sheet that I'm used to looking at. It just shows.
Here's what happened with Gibbs. Gibbs had entered into these two agreements before. He was supposed to pay 240. Subsequently, and she hasn't gotten a ticket in a while, but the tickets finally appeared after 5 months of sitting somewhere after she had been already, these other tickets are already adjudicated. And it's important to her to get some finality to this today because she is getting her tickets paid through the Detroit Street Court, and they need an updated thing. So if she's gonna plead to something, she needs to get that today so she can forward it to them. But she entered into these agreements, all the tickets, these two tickets were had in 2020. I think she was here for arraignment on 6/15, if I'm recalling correctly, 2021. 3 months later, after the arraignment, she got these other tickets, but the other tickets never showed up in the system until after these tickets were adjudicated.
Okay, so these are open. These have been fled on. She just owes money on this.
The top two have been put on. Look at the dollar amounts, 240, and then all the other ones are open.
Well, 195, 145.
Those are civil infractions.
They're not adjudicated already?
No, they're not
in
adjudicated.
default? They're not in default either?
If they're in default, I'm gonna set aside the default, but I don't think so.
So you, pretty much you want,
Offer on all that.
all of it.
Yes,
And
and
that
take into
would
account that she's already entered into the agreement. And she got those tickets, so she hasn't had a ticket this year at all. And it was, I think, September of last year. So just to give you an understanding of what's going on. The ticket that she entered into the agreement on is 12/22/2020. She got those tickets. The two ones that she had already placed. The next ticket that she got is 9/14/2021. And that didn't hit the system until February 23rd, 2022, some 5 months later.
That's this one, SP 1249995.
Yes, and counts 1, 2, and 3. And then the other tickets, she got, like, when it rains, it pours, she got another ticket 3 days late. Well, let's see, some 15, 16 days later. And those tickets didn't come into the system until 3/23/2022, some 6 months later. And those were SP 1256355 house 1.
Okay.
So she's got 6 tickets that she got back in September of last year, and they hadn't hit the system until this year, after she fled on the first tickets.
Oh, she played on the first two, the first two up here, 240.
Yes, and then the other tickets she got here, but they somehow didn't get to entered into the system until 5 and 6 months later.
So 240, I want to know what her plan is being on those.
That's what she's getting, the Detroit Street Court. She tells me that Detroit Street Court is already gonna pay those. They want an adjournment today, so they can get those paid. She needs to get, if you're gonna ask her to plead to some more, she needs to get a dollar amount so she can give that updated dollar amount to Detroit Street Court.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to do with it.
Okay, I got it. All right, then.
All right, yep.
Judge, I called out the administration to find out who's doing the street court docket. But I just said Christopher Blunt, Christine Garrett, they all left the court. So she's about to find out who's doing it now.
Okay.
This is an email from probation officer Scotty to the Gilmore area. You wanna help me move some files? Okay.
Okay, I have a note from probation, Mr. Gilmore, that says that you indicated, and I got an email from you as well. I just got that. Let me see what that is.
That's why you say you walking on.
All right, let's do this. Let's recall the case of Mr. Barry Gilmore. That would be U600636621. This is the city of Detroit versus Barry Gilmore. It's Ms. Bradfield. Well, this is a date and time set for a review, so we don't need Ms. Bradfield. State your name for the record, Mr. Gilmore.
Barry Gilmore.
All right, Mr. Gilmore, I have proof that you took the misdemeanor morality class, and I did get a probation records in case that the defendant stated he tested for STD on 310 at public health, but did not provide. I do have your email that it does show that you have in fact tested. And I'm going to accept this on March the 10th, 2022 from the Detroit Public Health Clinic, the place where you indicated to Mr. Sciatti that you were going to test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the matter out under disorderly conduct. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. If there's nothing further, sir, good luck to you. Appreciate your patience.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Okay. Ms. Ms. Bradfield, let's go back on the record. Now, only problem I have with that plea for Ms. Garner, I do see that the recommendation is to plead guilty on that. But your client has indicated, and I don't know if she can recollect now, but your client has indicated that she probably has the potential not being able to recollect what happened on that day. So we can't take it, if that's the case, we can't take an active factual basis. Let's put this on the record. Let's go back on the record with Mrs. Cynthia Garner. Ms. Bradfield, Ms. Garner, I've given you two an opportunity to speak and break out. I do have a plea offer from the state attorney, and which would be taking this matter delay and dismissing the other count. I will find your client $240 for it, and dismiss the ticket on payment of $240. However, like I said off the record, I believe that it's potentially, based on what your client has told me, potentially a case where she may not be able to make an active factual basis, but I'll let
That
you
is
speak.
correct. That is correct, Your Honor. And she would like to proceed and ask that this matter be set for a bench trial. Is that correct, Ms. Garner?
I couldn't hear anything he was saying because somebody else was very, making a lot of noise, and I didn't hear nothing he said.
All right, ma'am, I've given you an opportunity to speak with Ms. Bradfield in the breakout room. There was an offer available to you to plead to disorderly, as charged to the misdemeanor ticket. It was requested that you take that under 3-month delayed sentence and dismiss upon payment and no other tickets. I told you that I would dismiss that immediately upon payment of the $240 fine. However, the problem is if you wanted to plead guilty to that, it seems to me that you'll have a problem recollecting exactly what happened based on what you told. And that would be a problem. So Ms. Bradfield indicated that your conversations with her were that you would just take this matter to trial and we'll see what happens on that day. Is that correct now?
Yes, because as I explained to the attorney as well, I have memory loss, so I'm not going to plead guilty to something that I vaguely remember what happened on that day. She don't even have any notes to say exactly what happened. All she knows is that I was in my black Jeep and.
All right, say no more, ma'am. Say no more.
Yeah.
Less is better. All right. So let's
set
for a trial on September the 2nd, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Right down, we'll get some finality on that date. All right.
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, ma'am, have a very
Okay.
good day.
Okay. Thank you.
You have the date, ma'am?
That's on my birthday. Yeah, I'll never forget
Okay.
September the 2nd.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You probably won't forget September the 2nd, but I hope you don't forget that you have a trial that day on September.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my mom. My mom is gonna remind me.
You want
Because
to
I
write
missed
that
the last.
down?
Huh?
Do you want to write that date down now?
Yeah, when I leave this, I'm putting in a reminder. I'm do all that, but I'm gonna let my mom know.
Very well. Have a great day, ma'am. I'll see you back September the 2nd.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm still waiting, counselor, on this on the city attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's see who okay, I got Mr. Damon Gardner ready.
That's right.
All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Damon Myron Gardner. Case number SP 1288125, counts 1 and 2, and U481611518. Appearance for the record, please.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Gardner. State your name for the record, sir.
Damon Myron Gardner.
All right. I have an offer in the file. Now, let me tell you something, Mr. Gardner. I asked your client already, does he need some drug treatment? And like I say, of course, he indicates no. And that's probably 90% of the people that I ask that question. Some people come clean and say, yeah, I want to get over this. But this case is a case where it's got some allegations of some narcotics involved, and some kids involved, and I will reluctantly kind of take this case. I'm going to take this case under a 3-month delayed sentence. I'm not going to offer him an early, if he takes the plea, I'm not going to offer him an early dismissal of this case. And during the course of the 3 months, I'm going to test him. Depending on what the nature of the narcotics are. You have the offer is to plead to this ticket. I'm going to fine you $240 as well. I will dismiss in 3 months if there's no further allegations of this nature and there's no positive test, depending on what the nature of the ticket is. And then dismissal of the other 2. You have to understand you have an absolute right to a trial. And Ms. Bradfield, I will tell your client that if there is some sort of slip up, if he takes the deal, then he's going to go to drug. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Bradfield and you speak to her, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Join the room, please, Ms. Bradfield.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you got a pretty sweet deal sitting here, Ms. Gibbs. I'll wait until that is until your lawyer gets out, but essentially they're allowing you to plead to another count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive from a fine $240. I'll dismiss that as well upon payment, and they're going to dismiss all the other matters. So you can tell straight, if you want to take a deal, you can tell the straight street court that you have 3 cases, $240 a piece. I still believe that you can go get your driver's license.
Okay.
So I would make that effort to do that as soon as possible, but that's
okay.
That's going to be up to you and the Secretary of State.
Okay.
So as soon as Ms. Bradfield gets out with Mr. Gardner, we'll get you out of here as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Okay, thank you so much. So I will just have to make a note.
No.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
So with the tickets that you said is 3 cases, is it updated? That way I can give street court the updated list?
The 6 cases, you will, yeah, it will be as soon as if we decide to take that deal, it will be as soon as we put it on the record, and it'll take a minute for my clerk to put it in the system, but yes, you should have those updated today.
Okay.
That's it, right? September. That's January. We need one more thing. Bringing this August and just leave it right here. Now I have to start putting this in the file cap. This is.
Okay. Nothing.
Right here.
Tell your son we're on Zoom in court.
I know. Yeah, we're on Zoom, sweetheart. I'm sorry, I couldn't see nothing.
Just keep that work. Thank you. Thank you, people. this way. So if my supervisor see it, this is how you got it going this way, turn the files this way. Towards me. So in case you see it. Huh?
You're taking advantage of those muscles, aren't you? I don't know where, I don't know where this is. Where Mr. Ward.
He went to his other courtroom. He said he was gonna zoom in on his cell phone so he could talk to Sanford. He said he needed a co-host so he can go back and forth.
Who needs a co-host? What's he need a co-host?
I told him he said no. I told him I would ask you. I wouldn't guarantee you.
In that Gilmore file, I put the printout. One of those files.
You see the email?
Yeah, I got the email, but if you show me one of those files, I printed on something.
Oh, okay.
No, that's.
Gardner. Oh, okay. Judge Perkins courtroom, Mr. Myers, judge on the bench. Are you scheduled for court? Are you scheduled for court? Yeah, I agree. Go ahead. She's here with her attorney. Judge, this is Officer. If you still need him to hang out in the breakout room.
Yeah, if he wants to, that's up to him. We got the parties here. I know Mr. Saperstein probably said.
Oh, no, attorney. Okay, well, do Saperstein want to talk to McCree?
Well, I mean, he can talk to McCree, but the city attorney is gonna be the one that's gonna make the deal, right? I don't know if the city attorney wants to.
Saperstein want to talk to the officer?
I'm sure Saperstein does, but I don't know if it's the city attorney, the client talking to Saperstein. When I was practicing, they got mad at me. Oh, you can't talk to my client.
All right. He said he just don't wait.
Yeah, he can wait, he can go. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Attorney Saperstein.
Attorney Saperstein is here waiting.
Your Honor, I'm ready on Mr. Gardner. He's still in the breakout room. He called in, so he can't remove himself.
All right. Let's go back on the record for Mr. Damon Gardner. Mr. Gardner, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel in the breakout room. Mr. Gardner, Ms. Bradfield, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, we would like to ask to set this matter for trial. Noticing what's written on the ticket first, we don't know what type of drugs that the officer is alleging my client purchased. There's no evidence tag number, so I don't even know if any drugs were procured from Mr. Gardner. So we're setting this matter for trial to even ask for a lab analysis report.
Are you lucky you got a damn good lawyer, Mr. Gardner?
And if it was marijuana, we know marijuana is now legal, even though in 2018 it wasn't.
If it was marijuana, I wouldn't even be so much reading the riot act. But to me, you know, knowing what I know about the streets and looking at Mr. Gardner's age, I won't even make a comment on that. But let's set it for trial. That's going to be September 2nd, 2022. But I would have looked at the case exactly the way your counsel looked at it. So that's why I appreciate having her in here. She's very good advocate. So
thank you, Your Honor.
Set the matter for trial on September 2nd, 2022 at 9 a.m.
And Your Honor, you said he had a couple other things. If we could set those matters for trial as well.
That everything's gonna be set for trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, nothing further, sir. Have a good day, be safe, and
All right.
back September the 2nd. All right. Okay, we can get Miss Jasmine Gibbs. All right, did we call the case of Jasmine Gibbs, Madam Court Reporter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go back on the record with Miss Jasmine Jacqueline Gibbs. Miss Gibbs, we have an offer for you, and I present that offer to y'all. You have to know that you have an absolute right to a trial. You have a very, very, very good lawyer in Miss Bradfield if you want to speak with her. But for the resolution of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases, Ms. Bradfield, the city attorney is only wanting to ask Ms. Gibbs to plead to the admitted count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive for the driving license suspended. I will fine her an additional $240 for that, and I'll dismiss that upon payment. Even though they want a 3-month delay, I'll dismiss that upon payment, and then the rest of the cases will be dismissed. If you need to speak with Mrs. Bradfield in the breakout room, you certainly may. Or if you want a trial, that's your right. What would you like to do, ma'am? Ms. Gibbs?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I would like to speak with her in the breakout room, please.
Very well.
Your Honor, did we ever find out who's handling the street court docket?
No, we didn't. There's been a lot of different people that are that were on that docket, and all have since left the court. So there's no, I don't know. It seems like Miss Gibbs already has her thing set up. I don't know. You can speak with her about who she set that up with and stuff. So join the room. The short answer is no, Ms. Bradford.
Okay, thank you.
I know it's 2000. August is 2003. That's the 26th. Third here. That's February. We into April already. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I don't know. What day is that? March. House. All of this in there. We just start scheduling for September, so. That's July. I've been trying to break it down, that's why I'm like, this is just the stuff I do. This stuff comes department.
Judge Perkins at Saperstein. Is the city attorney going to be coming in?
Yeah, I don't know, Saperstein. Let's get them in here. This is taking too long.
Morgan.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of on a similar time crunch at this point as well. If there's any way we can speak to him after Mr. Saperstein does.
Yeah, you two are next. I mean, actually, with the exception of Glenn, there's only one person here. What we do. Tell them I'm going to start dismissing these cases if they don't get it. That's for Saperstein, for Lyle, for injury. This is just a free trial, I believe. I can get you another date and get you an opportunity to retry the case and come on back, or we can wait a few more minutes and see what's going to happen with them.
I'm okay waiting a few more minutes, Judge. If we're kind of looking at 11 o'clock or after, I might ask for a new date.
Okay, let's go back on the record with Mrs. Jasmine Gibbs. I've given you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout room regarding the offer that was presented to you. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, I did get confirmation who the street court judges are. Judge Larry Williams is still doing street court, and also Judge Taylor. This month is Judge Williams handling the street court docket.
All right, how does that affect anything that Ms. Gibbs is doing today?
We would like to ask that she have a pretrial date set before Judge Williams, and if we could call him and get a date for her, so we could keep her on her street court. I guess her journey through street court, which would include these tickets.
Okay, so it's not a possibility that she take the plea here and just take that plea to street court, or does she have to be adjudicated in street court? Is that what
I'm thinking it should go through street court, Your Honor, due to, did you ever see the my chat?
No.
She wants a court date from Judge Williams.
Okay, I understand. All right, well, she can, we need to get a report date with Judge Williams.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, he used to marry a Judge Perkins. I was calling him.
Okay, Ms. Bradfield, I had the opportunity to speak with Judge Williams. Judge Williams indicated adjourn the matter a week. He's going to speak to Mr. McCullum regarding Ms. Gibbs. Ms. Gibbs, I would suggest that you call Mr. McCullum and give him an update and just provide him with the information on the offer you were today. Today is to plead to one other additional count. Then the other counts will be dismissed. So you'll have basically a $720 total, and you can give him that information. So I can adjourn it a week and allow Mr. Judge Williams to contact Mr. McCullough, allow you to contact Mr. McCullough, come back next week on July the 8th, and we can see if we can get some resolution on that day. All right?
Okay, you said July the 8th, same time?
Same time, 8:30.
All righty.
We'll put her that day.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Thank you for taking this time and looking into that as well, Ms. Bradfield.
No problem. You're welcome. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna wish you the best of luck. Have a very good week. I'll see you next week, Ms. Hughes.
Okay, thank you. You do as well, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Now, we had an offer for Mr. Glenn, who's in the breakout room. I have summoned Mr. Morgan to the court because I understand the city attorneys are backed up, and that's not really the people's problem, Mr. Saperstein and his clients and things like that. He said he's on his way. Yeah, I really need him to zoom in. Yeah, he really needs to zoom in because they need to speak with them in a private room. So he had an offer for Mr. Glenn that was pleading to the, and you can, I'll let you speak with Mr. Glenn, Ms. Bradfield, and that was pleading to the open alcohol and a motor vehicle driver. Mr. Glenn let me pull him in the room so I'm not double talking. Okay, Mr. Glenn.
Yeah.
All right, so the city attorney availed you to an offer, and I'm gonna allow you to speak with Ms. Bradfield in the breakout room regarding it. And he did put a caveat on that, since the officer is here, he does want to speak to the officer as well, but the offer that, as I read it, was pleading to the open intox in the motor vehicle driver. That's a that's gonna be a $240 fine. That's gonna be an alcohol-related offense on your record, although it is, they did recommend a dismissal in 3 months or whatever, but it does also have two points on your driver's license. And whether the case is gonna be dismissed or not, that 2 points is gonna stay on your driving record, and then the dismissal of the other matters. So that's the tentative offer right now. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Ms. Bradfield to speak with Ms. Bradfield about that, all right?
All right.
Your Honor, is it as charged or amended to passenger?
It's as charged.
Thank you.
All right. APA Cole, that case that you had was, it's gonna be set for trial on the 2nd. And because the problem with that was that there was no way to take an accurate factual basis because of so that's what I called you in for, but she's just gonna go to trial because she has no real good recollection of what happened. Go ahead and break out room, Mr. Saperstein.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I got tied up in another courtroom.
Yeah, there's a lot of this is a lot of cases and not enough attorneys.
And you said that's set for August 2nd?
August 2nd.
Okay, I'll mark that in my calendar. Thank you.
Very well. If I don't see you anymore, have a very good holiday weekend. Be safe.
Oh, same to you. And be safe.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Uh-oh.
Hello. He just got joined along.
Oh, he did, okay.
So, Mr. Hortman, we got some movement here. Mr. Attorney Morgan just is speaking to Mr. Saperstein now. And I'll give you an opportunity to speak with him as well.
Thank you.
I never got back to Gantz. She never zoomed back in. She's been zooming in and out, but she's still out.
Yeah, she's. She know she was supposed to be here yesterday.
I didn't get a chance to mention that too.
I don't know everything that I forgot about.
I don't know if anybody follows the Big Ten conference, but they knew this today. Follow it? I did. What was going on? USC and UCLA are playing the Big Ten. Oh boy.
What's the Big Ten?
That's as with Michigan State played in the Big Ten conference.
Oh, okay.
That's basketball and football. I don't know of any other sports. I imagine it's going to be basketball, football. Those are the big ones. My son plays in the Big Ten, state soccer, and they don't have us. But they do have USC and UCLA. They have soccer programs. I don't know if they're going to soccer. That's huge. Huge. They get to travel out to every other year at the very least, get to travel out to
You want to get to go out of this country?
no, they'll get to travel to the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Like California, Nevada. Well, they'll be going to California each year, Los Angeles, because they're Vancouver and Los Angeles. So you never think that.
We're ready on Mr. Glenn, Your Honor.
All right, let me get the file back. He indicated he wants to speak with the attorney in there, so.
Do I have found it?
No, Mr. Morgan has it.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on a second, Mr. Glenn. Just appreciate your patience. But their city attorney is pretty backed up.
Okay.
But Jester didn't show up.
She didn't pay money?
No, he didn't pay his money. Oh, wait. So, all right. Thank you. what gesture disorder conduct should be called out. Because,
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Now you have also Mr. Orca on injury, wanted to speak to you as well.
Oh, I'm not done with Mr. Saperstein, Your Honor. I came out here because I've got probably about 20 tickets for Miss Lyle, and a bunch of them are up for trial, and I need to find out which officers appeared, so I need to mark this down.
Two officers appeared, McCree and Hill.
Okay, McCree and Hill showed up. Okay.
Then Glenn, he's ready to go. We need to know if that offer is gonna stand for Glenn. I've let him speak and I've given him that initial offer that you had written up. And I've let counsel speak. I don't know if counsel wants to speak to you regarding it, but the officer is here on Glenn.
On Glenn, do I have the file? Or let me look. I have Gendry and I have Lyle, but Glenn, oh, I submitted the offer. And
But you want the officer.
Oh yes, the officer on Glenn is
He's here.
Pierce. You could put me in a breakout room. I'm trying to remember what the offer was.
Let's get you in a breakout room with Portland. He was here second behind Mr.
With whom now?
For Gendry, it's only one case. That's the case of the structural.
Oh, you want me to talk to the person on Gendry?
Yeah, talk to him right now because he was here second behind Mr. Saperstein, and
Okay.
he's got a.
Okay, I can do that real quick. Probably the person on Gendry, the attorney on Gendry. That's one count.
Yes.
And in there now, thank you.
Okay, where? Yeah. All right.
Join the room, please.
Hello.
Hold on, Mr. Glenn. Hold on a second, all right? We're getting
All righty.
it to you as quick as we can. We'll put you back in the waiting room, sir, so until we get, and I'll bring you back out, all right? It's one of those days, Ms. Williams Law, that should have probably been over with a long time ago.
Yeah, it happened.
It does. Always, when you have the fewest people, it takes the longest.
I remember on the days where we have it really, really good, I remember that we got to put it in perspective and be grateful and thankful It's all good.
It is. I always do too, and it doesn't bother me one way or the other, but it's just funny how those things happen.
Yes.
We put, entry on the record, didn't we?
What name was that, Aaron?
Antonio Gendry. I usually cross it off.
Yes, we did, and we
Yes.
went off. We didn't go, we didn't finish with that case.
No, we didn't finish. I just wanted to, when,
Yes, we did go off.
John Moran, got it. John Moran. Like you got it? Yep. $193 million, another $38 million. And the Senate was expect R18 next season. Okay.
198
Yes.
a year.
No. That's just for the current, that's for the life of the contract. Yeah. And that would be 5 years. Still not a bad deal, not a bad deal, is it? No. Was that 55 million a year? I believe so, yeah.
How you doing today?
Then like, just, he gets the MVP. Then he gets the MVP, just a good demonstration.
That's a little less than 5 years.
Well, everybody in at 1:30 get show boxes. Yep. What's wrong? It depends on, I get, each judge is doing it different. AM, they don't come, they get cake. What happened? Okay, it depends on the judge.
So
Ms. Thomas, ask me a question. I'm sorry.
It's about 46 plus million. If he makes all of the decisions.
That's good.
But he's worth every penny of
I wanted.
it. You wouldn't be happy?
I don't know if I would be happy, but I would be sure I'm doing what I want to do. I mean, because money can't give you happiness, they say.
I'll try it out.
That's why I said I sure would be doing what I want.
You know, they say money can't buy you happiness. So if your daughter, I'm sure buy you lots of doctor's trips, vacation, things that you can't, you have trouble to do without. So that whole money can't buy you happiness type of thing. It sure can relieve some stresses, I'll tell you that.
Like, we can't get on.
All right, it's taken absolutely, too long. Counselor, if you haven't worked it out by now, you're gonna have to take another pretrial date. This is one ticket. I got people waiting, so I have to break that up.
Okay,
Your
no,
Honor,
no problem.
I received a revised offer from the city. Can we get an adjournment of the pretrial and I'll take it to my client to discuss?
All right, very well. Let's call the case. This is the city of, let's go back on the record for Mr. Anthony Gilgendry. V11090419. Go ahead, Counselor.
Stephen Morgan on behalf of the city of Detroit, Your Honor.
Attorney Joe Horka, bar number 75969 on behalf of Mr. Jandra.
John, all right. I understand that you need another pretrial date.
That would be my request, Your Honor, approximately 30 days if you have it.
All right, we're gonna give you another pretrial date of 8/2/2022 at 8:30 a.m. All right, so hopefully you get your client to digest the new offer, and if he wants to take it, he still has an absolute right to a trial. So we'll see what he does on that date. All right.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. All right, thank you. All right.
Now, are we done? Mr. Saperstein, did you get an opportunity to finish up talks with the city attorney?
I have to speak with the city attorney. He came back from talking with the officer.
All right.
Well, no, I didn't talk to the officer. Your Honor, I was trying to get the officers that were here, and there was only two, I believe. Let's see.
Well, there's only two officers here, so I don't know how much talking that there needs to be. We can get them in a breakout room with you, and quickly go over whatever needs to be done. Officer Hill join that breakout room, and Officer McCree is in the breakout room.
Okay, so we'll all be in there together. What I have to do is I have to fish through here and find their tickets. That's what I've got to do because it's not indicated on the docket sheet on all of them. Saperstein's name is on about 6 of these tickets.
All right, why don't we Glenn needs a offer as well. So did you speak about Glenn first, And then we can get Glenn, Ms. Bradfield is ready. Speak to Officer Pierce about Glenn first, and we can get him out of here. And then you can fish through Mr. Saperstein's stuff.
Okay, which Glenn? Is this Marlon Glenn?
This is Rondell Glenn.
Oh, okay, I just needed to speak to the officer. I think I forwarded an offer.
You did forward, that was a 3-month delay on the open intox.
Oh, yeah.
Passenger.
So if I can jump over to talk to Officer Pierce real quick, and then I'll come back and just say it's probably going to be a go, but I haven't talked to Pierce.
All right, talk to Pierce. He's in the breakout room, just to join that breakout room.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I mean, that was ridiculous. Huh? Well, he's got a lot of courtrooms. It's not, I don't think it's his fault. They just don't have enough staff. So, I mean, we're gonna start dismissing these cases if they don't get, I don't care about the staff. This is ridiculous.
Judge Perkins, this is Saperstein. I'm not sure what happened with my case.
Yes, he's just gonna speak with this officer momentarily. He's gonna come right back with you. He indicated there's a lot of stuff. He's got you, Mr. Saperstein.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's take this time and call the cases into the record. This is the city of Detroit versus John. Oh, let's see what we got. All right, go ahead, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Pierce, what did Mr. Morgan say about?
Yeah, Judge, he entered a plea of delay for opening talks. He played for opening talks and dismissed the other two, and I'm fine with that. If his client takes this, that I'm fine with that.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Rondell F. Glenn. Case numbers SP 1231919, counts 1, 2, and 3. Pierce, for the record, please.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Green. State your name for the record, sir.
Rondell Glenn.
Your Honor,
Mr. Morgan.
Stephen Morgan on behalf of the city of Detroit, Your Honor. If I could be excused to go back to the breakout room, I've submitted an offer. If Mr. Glenn is going to take it, the officer is here. Would you please put your name on the record, Officer Pierce?
Yes, Officer Pierce, badge number 3123.
All right.
What department and precinct?
Detroit Police Department, 10th precinct.
All right. The offer is going to be, as I understand it, Mr. Morgan pleading to the open intox motor vehicle driver under a 3-month delay and dismissing the other 2 counts.
No, Your Honor, that's passenger. It's amended to passenger.
Those
Passenger open intox 3-month delayed.
Well, that's what I call a non-offer because it's basically the same penalty and punishment. But
no, you can't delay the driver. I can delay the passenger.
All right, still 2 points on the driving record. So, all right, that and still the same fine. So you got that, Ms. Bradfield?
yes, Your Honor.
Your client want to take that deal?
Yes, Your Honor. Is that correct, Mr. Glenn?
That's from
Yes.
Mr. Glenn.
All right, thank you.
Now let's rejoin the room with Saperstein, and I can put Saperstein in the main room with all the officers in you if you like.
Yes. Yeah, at this point, that's probably gonna be the best way to go, but
All right, and tell Officer Robinson to come out the room. I'm gonna get him out of here. He should have been out of here a long time ago.
okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Mr. Glenn, do you understand that offer?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you want to accept that offer?
Yes, sir.
Join the room, Mr. Saperstein. Okay.
I'm currently at work, and I've been.
Can you raise your right hand, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Mr. Glenn? Mr. Glenn?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear? Can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, I am.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Do you understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, let me draw your attention back to August the 1st, 2021 at around 5:24 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Finkel and Littlefield, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you in a motor vehicle at that time, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have some alcohol with you in that motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did you have, sir?
A can of beer.
And was that can of beer open at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And was that beer still, was there still beer in that can? I didn't hear you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna find your client guilty of the amended count of open intox in a motor vehicle passenger, counselor. With the stipulation of probable cause, I'm gonna dismiss the other two counts.
We so stipulate, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm gonna dismiss the other two counts. That's gonna be a $240 fine, sir. I'll dismiss that immediately upon payment. When can you pay?
If I can get the 3 months to pay.
3 months.
Yes, I'm currently in the process of moving right now, Your Honor.
Are you working, sir?
Yes, I am.
I didn't hear you.
Yes, Your Honor, I am working.
I'm gonna give you 2 months, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
9/1/2022. I'm gonna set it for a review. You're gonna have to show back up on September the 1st, 2022 at 8:25 a.m. If you have that paid off by then, we'll get it closed out and get that case dismissed, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, there's nothing further, sir. Have a very good day. All right. You have a very good day too, Officer Pierce. Be safe out there, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one.
You have a good one as well. This is the city of Detroit versus Samantha Darlene Gibbs, case number SP 709-266, counts 1 and counts 2, and U 305-21216. Appearance for the record, please.
Daphne Bradford on behalf of the client. State your name for the record, please.
no client here. She is not showing up. Can you put your appearance on the record, Officer Robinson? You must have to just unmute yourself.
Officer Robinson?
Good morning, how you doing?
Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Officer Willie Robinson, badge 2590, Detroit Police Department, 7th Precinct.
All right, I would have gotten you out of here a long time ago had I known that this person hadn't showed up. Mr. Bradfield, I know you don't have, I'm guessing you don't have a reason for your client not being here, so.
That's correct.
I'm gonna issue a case in this to give a warrant, $0 warrant, Ms. Gibbs. Officer Robinson, I apologize. I appreciate your patience. Have a very
That's
good
okay,
day.
Your Honor. You and your staff have a good day.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day, Ms. Bradfield.
You too. Be safe.
All right, Ms. Bradfield, I think that may do it for you.
Madam, what was the last name of this last person? Samantha, what was it?
Gibbs, she's at top 9 o'clock trial.
Got it. And you just, did you issue? I'm sorry, what was?
Katie is warrant, $0 warrant.
Okay, thank you.
So what happened with Ms. Gantz?
We put her over. Oh, I don't know what happened to Miss Gantz. She never zoomed back in, so she must have. Miss Gantz was supposed to be here yesterday, and she didn't here. And maybe she got the dates mixed up or something. So she didn't appear, and then obviously you saw how difficult it was to communicate with her.
Right. Okay. So there's no one else in the waiting room or anything, correct?
Someone else in the waiting room, and it's only Saperstein and his client.
Okay. Well, you all have a wonderful day.
You have a very good day. It's very good to finally.
I know.
Ms. Bradfield, I know I see you on the list of other courts now. I am kind of envious that you don't.
Well, it was a pleasure being with you again. I have missed you myself.
All right, so we'll see you have a very good holiday weekend and tell your husband to sit on.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
under EPA.
Judge, by way of update,
Okay.
may I? Your Honor?
Listen. Yeah,
Okay.
you may have-
I gave Mr. Saperstein an offer that should have covered everything. And I emailed it to him and the court clerk. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring those files back. I have another courtroom that I'm supposed to be in.
I
And
got you.
so some of what was going on, I had to, when I was in the breakout room, I had to communicate.
No need to explain, Mr. Morgan. I know that you're very backed up. I understand that. No, I'm not upset by you at any rate. I just have to move things along, that's all.
All right. Well, with Mr. Saperstein, with his offer, basically I've offered him to plead to 2 charges. And I've amended those 2 charges, 3-month delay or upon payment, whichever comes first. And the other, because these are for the officers that are here, and then there's going to be 4 charges dismissed because there's 6 total for the officers that are here. The other charges on the docket sheet apparently will be dismissed for no officer. He's going to make a motion. So that should cover everything on the docket sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
I can come back in if you guys call me, I'll bring these 2 files back as well.
I see an issue here with the driver's license situation for Miss
Lyle?
Oh, yeah, she has a couple of no proof of insurance. One is way back in 2016. I'm just gonna tell her she has to pay that. If she pleads to this other one that's pending, she has one that's pending, and I think you have it written down there that one would be dismissed. She has another one that is in default from 2019 along with an expired plate. I know that dealing with the Secretary of State and that 2019 ticket, it's gonna pose her problems getting a driver's license. Do you have, and here's Attorney Saperstein. Let's call the cases quickly. This is the City of Detroit versus Joshua and Lucille Lyle. Case numbers SP 1196459, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1196461. SP 616735, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 6167361. 16255385, counts 1 and counts 2. And 19409809, appearance for the record.
Stephen Morgan, on behalf of the City of Detroit. And we have 2 officers here that are in the breakout room. I could go bring them out if it pleases the court.
I'll drag them out. So I've also summoned IPA Cole back to the courtroom because I see some of these are state matters. So really, you said that 6 matters were on the thing. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matters. And let's see what it says on the docket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have a total of 12 matters up to date. Why it's only okay, so that no insurance proof was supposed to be set for a formal hearing as well. Let me see what that is set for in the system. And that's what I was talking to Mr. Morgan about. Those were issues scheduled for a hearing 6 formal hearing. All right, so all of those issues. So we're not going to have a problem. All right, so the offer is going to be pleading to the 2 counts of amended counts of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'm going to dismiss that upon the payment of the $240 fines. And then it appears that the rest of the cases are going to be dismissed based on no officer being present, correct?
That's my
Yes.
understanding. Yeah.
Yes, but the officer, but you're not going to do a no officer on there's 4 matters I'm recommending the dismissal on for the officers that are here, Officer Hill and Officer McCree. I don't want them to, anything to show up on a record that says that they did not appear.
No, I got that. No,
Thank you.
I want to let them put their stuff on the record.
Okay.
All right,
They gotta put
officer, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Officer Hill, badge 4598, City of Detroit, 10th Precinct, Your Honor.
Good morning to you and
Officer James McCree, badge 2865, Detroit Police.
Okay. As it relates, go ahead.
Is Attorney Saperstein on this case?
Yes, can you put your appearance on the record, Attorney Saperstein?
Yes, Your Honor. For the record, Bruce Saperstein, P 19893, representing Jocelyn Lyle.
All right, so we got all the officers here. And go ahead, the offer, you want to plead, I need the file down here, as Mr. Morgan, whenever you can.
Oh, I'll bring the file right now and I'll. Okay.
Ma'am, you want to take this deal?
She's pleading to 2 charges. Is that correct?
Yes, 2 charges. I'm going to take those under a amended count based on the recommendation, and then you can make a motion on the other counts.
Okay. The one that she's pleading guilty to was allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Is that correct?
That is, well, both of them will be allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, yes.
Oh, both are the same.
They'll be admitted to that, yes.
Okay, so she's pleading to those 2 charges, the same charge, the same offense. Okay.
Yes.
And the other cases will be dismissed.
Yes, and I'm going to dismiss, yes, so you want to take the deal?
Yeah, she will take that deal. The $240 to be paid as soon as immediately. Is that right? Or as soon as possible?
As soon as she pays it, we'll dismiss it.
Okay, as soon as she pays it. And what number should she call to pay it?
Well, she can pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit, or she can upload that DivDat app to her phone. That's DIVDAT, or she can come down to the court, grace us with her presence, and pay it in person.
What do you want to do?
He said there's an app.
Is there an app on her phone to pay it?
It's just, you want the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants the deal.
Raise your right hand, please, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. I can see.
Do you swear or affirm the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down, ma'am. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses are 93 days in jail and $500 in fines?
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand by taking this off, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, I understand.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in this record?
No.
Okay, ma'am, let me draw your attention back to May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo on 2021 at 3:52 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Glendale and 14th Street, ma'am. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, in front of my house.
Okay, and on that date, did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you, ma'am?
No, I couldn't,
And why is that?
because I didn't have one.
All right, very well. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. And I am going to fine you $240 for that. I'll dismiss that upon payment. Ma'am, let me draw your attention. Way back, 553851. This is a little difficult one here, ma'am. June the 18th, 2016 at around 5:30 p.m. in the city of Detroit. Where did you own at that time a 2002 Chevrolet?
Yes.
And did you allow somebody to drive that Chevrolet?
Yes.
On that date and time?
Probably can't remember exactly that day, but yeah, I'm the only one that had a vehicle, and I used to let my dad use it to take my mom to her doctor's appointments, and my
And
brother.
you knew your dad didn't have a driver's license. Isn't that the case, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, very well. I'm gonna find you guilty as charged to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and I'm going to fine you $240 for that, and I'm gonna dismiss that upon payment. APA Cole, what I did ask you to come in for, and I really appreciate you showing up, but I don't think it's really necessary now. I mean, essentially, some of these cases were state cases, and the city wrote the offer for you.
Oh,
So
great.
I don't know if you have an objection to that or not, but.
No, not at all.
I just wanted to make sure all of that was covered. All right.
Great. Thank you.
All right, thank you again. Okay,
Sure.
so as it relates to the other cases, I'm gonna dismiss SP 1196495 counts 1 and counts 2 per the plea, and make the note that the officer is here on those cases. As for SP 616-735 counts 1 and counts 2. I am going to dismiss those cases, but I'm going to further plea, but I'm going to note that Officer Corporal McCree has appeared on those cases. As it relates to the other cases, Counselor, you want to make a motion?
I move that these other cases be dismissed.
All right, and I'm going to grant that motion because the other cases are dismissed on the basis of no officer being present. All right, now, and will you stipulate the probable cause for all the other dismissals as well, Counselor?
Yes, for the dismissals, yes.
All right, all right. With that being said, ma'am, I'm going to, now I need to know when you can pay.
I could pay today.
You gonna go down and pay it or what?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give her a week,
Give her a week.
just to make sure that everything, if you pay that at the DivDat kiosk, or you can upload that DivDat app on your phone, if you pay that either way, or you come down in person, we'll know about it immediately. I'm gonna set it for review.
Can I, what is the name of the app?
DivDat. Those are in Myers, they're in the CVS's and stuff, and I'm told that you can upload that to your phone. I'm gonna give you till July 8th. I'm gonna set it for review. Come into court that morning, ma'am, so that we can make sure that we got all this stuff right and those dismissals are entered into the record properly, okay?
Okay.
I really appreciate your patience, Officer Hill, Corporal McCree. I appreciate you having to be safe out there. Mr. Saperstein, I can only apologize to you for you being here first and ended up coming in last. So I know that you got a lot of other things to do, and I try to get you guys out as soon as possible, but they are backed up here at the city attorney's office. So.
Thank you, Your Honor. You've been a real gentleman. Thank you very kindly.
All right, if there's nothing further, ma'am, I'm gonna have you back next week to make sure all this is closed out properly, all right?
You got that?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that'll conclude it.
Okay, we're all set?
All set.
Okay, have a good one. Take care. Okay.
Your Honor, are we done for the day?
Yeah, let's get out of here.